Yo, what's up? How we doing? How we all doing? I thought I'd rep the old glasses and the hat today. What's up? You should get the hat. It's pretty cool. How we all doing? How we all doing? That's it. Duskus mode activated. Dripping. Dripkus, exactly. How are you all doing, guys? Are you all good? Are you all having a wonderful day or a wonderful morning, depending on where you're from? Yo, I still find the streaming thing so weird, honestly. But I think it's really cool that I can do this. How many people have we got? I need to check. Let's let it like round up a little bit before we start. Yo. Um, I'm gonna start, I think, with just the basic. I was messing around a little earlier. Actually, no, not this one. This is not the right project. I'm gonna start with some basic chord stuff, and just how I go about writing music. Yeah, should be interesting. Charlie Plucks, exactly. I just been messing around with this claws a cappella from Charlie XCX that she released a while ago. I kind of think it's a nice way, or any a cappella is a nice way. Is my mic too quiet? Is it really quiet? I don't think it's that quiet. I don't think it turns up more. Hello? Yo. Maybe I just need to speak into it like this. Cool. Yeah, I thought it'd be interesting to start with like a vocal or something. A lot of the time I start my tracks. I like to just sort of have some sort of element to start my music. Whether that be like some sort of ambience, just some sort of like straight note string, like a string note, or a vocal, which is a nice way, because that way if you write under a vocal, when you come to chop it later, then the chops seem to like work really nicely. And yeah, just random acapellas usually. I thought I'd just grab this claws one because everyone knows Charlie XCX. I thought it'd be really cool. Is my mic really that quiet? Let me just turn it up on the old. Hello. What about now? How's that? Or is that red? That's a bit too much. That's a bit too much. How about now? We good? Or is that too much? Way better. Awesome. Crispy. Lovely. Yeah, so normally like I either get a vocal or something like that, or I have my Tascam thingy, or I'd have some random ambient stuff that gets me into some sort of emotion or vibe, or just something to write underneath. Yeah, so I put this clause thing in here and just put it in time, just in case I did it in the stream. And yes, I'm gonna play it for you. This is a little clause thingy by Charlie XCX. You probably heard the track.
Roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's so nice.
So yeah, I normally find like a vocal that I really like, or an a cappella that I really like, and put it in time, and then just write like the most emotional, try and write the most emotional thing underneath it, or something like that, just in the Duskus vibe, I suppose. It's quite simple, honestly. I just find it quite effective, because when I do come to chop it up later, I don't really usually keep the acapella in, I just use it as a basis. But when I do come to chop it up later, a lot of the chops seem to work because I've written to that vocal in the first place, and I think that's a nice way to sort of go about it. So let's crack into this. Another thing to note is I like to just sort of, I don't really focus too much on sound design and stuff like that when I'm just writing. I think there are a lot of artists that do, they do sort of the sound design and everything as they go, but I like to just be able to use like really simple sounding things, like a saw wave, or like low pass saw waves or whatever, and the reason for that is, I want a sound that I can really distinctly hear each individual note, and I'm not really too bothered about the sound design. And the reason for that is just because I like just focusing on the song and just the notes and the idea first, and then later on I'll start messing around with the sounds. But I think for me, for the Duskus stuff, it's important just to write, and not get too stressed out about like the sounds straight away. So yeah. I'll normally grab a vocal like this, and then get like a straight string or something, just something that I can just have like one straight note across, that sort of gets me into, I don't know, a vibe. So I've been using this little Arturia Selena thing, very basic. Normally just sort of low pass it or something like that.
Like your mind, like your smile, like your eyes, I could die. Aeroplane, you also fly, singing songs by body time, body time, body time. Hop inside, we're so high. Roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's so nice. Body time, hop inside, we're so high. Roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right.
And now I've just got this straight note going across. I'll grab another really basic sound, usually like the analog. I've been doing a lot of sessions recently with Hyundai's, and he uses like a lot of really sort of basic sounding things that you can just really write melodies with, and uses like a lot of these like cool VST guitars and things like that. Just anything that's quite basic is great to write with. And saw waves are nice because you can hear each thing. So grab a little auto filter, pull that down, otherwise it's going to be really sharp and everyone's going to scream. Hyundai is incredible. I've been in so many like little sessions with him recently, and, super inspiring.
Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster.
So normally I'll just start drawing out notes in key, there's a new feature in Ableton, by the way, for you people who are struggling to write things in key, where you can like literally hit scale and you can like choose the scale, which is quite interesting, but I've never really used that. You can also fold it down so every note you play will be in the scale, but it's pretty cool.
Party time, hop. Party time, hop inside with. Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster. Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me. Party time, hop inside, we're so high.
I'm just kind of drawing out these sort of notes in my mind. I can sort of hear like the third underneath it, or the bass if you like. Super simple. I like writing with thirds and stuff like that, just because then you can take out the top notes and other notes, whatever you're hearing. Honestly, I don't really think too deep into theory when I'm writing. I'm just using my ear, and it's just practicing these basic sounds. I think is the best way to go, and just doing this process loads, or like even just practicing on a guitar and just thinking about the notes rather than all the other stuff, keeping it super simple. Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster. sort of also mess around with the timings a little bit as well. Yeah, that's cool.
Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's so nice. I like everything about you. I like.
That's quite nice.
Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's so nice. I like everything about you. I like.
Cool. Yeah, and then I can start messing around with these top notes or adding other notes. I normally just like the third and then loads of straight notes.
Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright.
So just keep adding another note that's just straight throughout the progression.
Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's so nice. I like everything about you. I like everything about. Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah.
And then I can start messing with that straight string. Start messing around a little bit.
Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's so nice. I like everything about you. I like everything about. Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's so nice. I like everything about you. I like everything about. Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster. Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah.
How's it going? Yo, Sam's in the chat. No way. What's up, bro? Good. Yeah, super simple, analog, just a really basic sound. Thirds, and you can mess around with like the third, try different notes. I love just straight notes going through the progression, stuff like that. I love this stuff is awesome. Yeah, really cool.
Party time, hop inside, we're so party time. Party time, hop inside, we're so high. Party time, hop inside, we're so high. Roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right. Yeah, that's so nice. I like everything about you. I like everything about. Party time, hop inside, we're so high. Roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right. Yeah, that's
so now I have like just a really basic progression. I need to add in the. That's really good. Can add in these notes quick. Go.
nice. I like everything about you. About you. I like everything about. Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's so nice. I like everything about you. I like. Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's so nice. I like.
I'm literally writing the entire thing in just one MIDI clip, and like normally every melody or anything I do, just keep it really simple. Just get like a song down, like the same way you'd like when you write with a guitar. You're literally writing the song on the guitar and maybe do the vocal on top. I like to apply that sort of technique just to Ableton, because that way you're writing tunes. You're not worrying about anything else, and that to me is one of probably the most important part. Yeah. Yeah. And then change the border. But yeah, the way I literally just banged on analog and just low passed it. Yeah. What is this monk? What does that mean? What is this? Is it like some sort of, what's a monk? Yeah, I'm glad you like the bucket hat. What is this? What is it? Monk. Monk? Monk. Monk.
Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's
right. And then I kind of from here, because we wrote underneath a vocal. The way I probably can just go straight to the vocal chop stuff, or yeah. I'd either like start chopping up this vocal using Melodyne, or I'd write a melody separately in another instrument on top of this. That's maybe a little bit less low pass, so you can hear over the progression. Yeah, what is going on, man? What is this chat? God's sake. Bruh. Cool. I'm gonna start chopping up this vocal and show you how I do it.
party time, hop inside.
So Melodyne is this wicked, like tuning, like really manual tuning. So it's not like live tune. It's kind of you transfer the notes into it, and then you can move them around individually, shift the formants individually, choose. There's like lots of different things. You can affect everything individually. Yeah. Cool. So what I'd normally do is, if I hadn't come up with a melody yet, I'd run this entire thing into Melodyne over this melody, and then once I've done that, I essentially auto-tune every single note and keep them really straight. That's just the Duskus sound. And then get rid of what I'm saying, get rid of all like the pitch bends and all the pitch wobbles completely, form and shift them down, and then manually just throw notes randomly, but in key, and then freeze and then flatten that, and then chop from that, which is kind of, yeah, sometimes it's a bit long and sometimes you get nothing and you have to try a few different vocals, but I've always found like some of my coolest melodies have come out of just doing this. So yeah.
Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's so nice. I like everything about you. 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 Don't you hold me back, 'cause I know when I don't wanna be alone. Don't you hold me back, 'cause I know when I wanna go.
It's long, but like, I don't know. So you see a lot of these are super auto-tuned already. It's pretty...
Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's so nice. I like party times. I like everything about us. I like everything about you. I like everything about you. I like everything about you.
Bang on a little reverb, get some...
I like everything about you.
sure. And yeah, I'm not really particularly like choosing. I'm just sort of choosing melodies as I go, but not really thinking too hard about it, and just messing it up a little bit, and then I'll freeze and flatten it, and then I'll chop from that if anything pops in. There's about a 50% success rate, honestly.
Party time, hop inside with party time. Hop. With party time, hop inside with party time, hop inside with so high roller coaster.
And also make sure they're absolutely on the dot.
Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's so nice. Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right. Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's so nice. Party time, party time, hop inside, party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's so nice. I like everything about you. Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's so nice. I like.
When you click that command, is that to enable form and shifting? To enable form and shifting in Melodyne, essentially you just click this little knob and then you press Command A to select every note, and you can pull them all down. But you can also pull them down individually by just sort of selecting individual notes. That's the cool thing with Melodyne. You can individually affect every note how you want, like the pitch glide, the formant, the note, the volume, all sorts of things, the length. It's really nice.
Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride, diamond bright, kiss me right, yeah, that's so nice. I like. Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster.
So normally I'd actually go quite far and just mess around making cool little melodies throughout the track until one of them really like makes me like, this is the melody, and I'll jump around my room and this is it. But yeah, we probably don't have time to go through the entire track. Maybe we can just do some of it here quick.
I like everything about you. I like everything about you. I like everything about you. I like everything about you.
So it's sort of just like kind of drawing out melodies, not thinking too much, just vibing to the chords. If you really get into like the nice flow state, then yeah, that's where the tunes come for me. Quite nice. So I add a little locator there, so I like, yeah, that's a cool melody. for now that'll do. So like what I normally do is I just Command X the Valhalla room off to cut it, and then I freeze and flatten this entire thing. So now the Melodyne is updated, the audio is updated to the Melodyne, and then paste the Valhalla room back on. Cool. And then I just go through and find my favourite parts, you know? And then you want to like bang in your like your drums next, so we can do that next. So I'm one of the weird producers that uses a drum rack for my drums. A lot of people do it in audio. I seem to love drum racks, and I've always done it that way, so I can't be bothered to change. Yeah, I think drum samples, I also do that separately. I'll spend a day just finding my favourite samples, and then yeah, once I've done that for a bit, I'll probably use those samples every day for the year. And then yeah, it's you just kind of want like placeholders. So I'll go into like the preset stuff later as well, but I just have like a few sample placeholders that I can use, and then again, I'm not too worried about that stuff until after, you know. So yeah, it's all about the melodies for me, I suppose. Let's see if we can find the Forever Free kick. That's weird. Oh, here it is. Let's go. And then a clap. That'll do for now. Keep it super simple, like I said. Do all this other stuff later. For some reason, the way I made this sample, I kind of didn't boost the lows enough, so I have to do it every time. I should probably re-export that. I could definitely go briefly over the synthy stuff after, yeah. I like sometimes, like the same way I find my samples for a day, I also spend a few days just just doing sound design and stuff like that, and just experiencing the world of just sound and seeing where I can, what I can make, what I can find, I suppose. Let's go 4 to the floor. They sound a bit weird, the chops. I'll sort them out in a minute. Sweet. Let's bring all this stuff in a group, bring it down a little bit. Another thing that's quite important, I suppose, for these chops to really have that breathing thing is the sidechain. So I'll just grab I actually use the Live 8 compressor for all my sidechaining, and I already have a little sidechain trigger set up here as my default project. So to do that now in Ableton, I think you can literally just click File and click Save as Default Set, or Save Live Set as a template. They've also got a new feature now where you can actually save individual templates, if you want to say you're writing in a specific style, I don't know, then you can just bang open that template and you can just go straight like that. But yeah, my original template literally has just crackle and a 4 to the floor sidechain. Just that's kind of all I really need, to be honest. So yeah, as you can see in the sidechain, it's literally just a little tiny click. You can't hear it because I haven't. And then I'll just grab the chords For example, these. I like the Live 8 compressor because it doesn't have the annoying click the Live 9 and 10 compressor have. A lot of people do use like LFO tools and setting up a trigger and stuff, but I just like using the Live 8 compressor and always have. So cool. Let's just bang that straight to the sidechain, and then we can put that on the vocal as well. Cool. Let's get a little bass in there going as well. Get the analog, just duplicate it, take out everything that is not the bass, drop it an octave below for now. And then I'll just go for like, I'll just duplicate this at age. This is my weird, unique process. I don't think many people make tunes like this, but this is just one of the ways I make tunes. But I'll just go through and then just keep chopping. Like, I'm just going through. Let's try other stuff. You know? So that's quite cool. Cool. I actually think this progression is quite nice just on repeat. Oh no, this one. Actually no, maybe not. Cool. Wait. Bring this stuff down. This kick needs an absolute boost. Yeah, it's an alright melody, I suppose. At least you get the process though. You get the way I do it, which is the important part. And then I don't know. I've been using this. This little hat thing from Max Alive. I think Tim showed me. I live here. Super simple. I don't know. I feel like if you make like a ton of these ideas every day, one of them is going to be a banger. And you're just using this process, you just so quickly get those melodies out. Yeah, keeping it really, really basic, honestly. But like that's just the way I love it. I think writing stuff should be that way. I don't think it should be too stressful. Yeah, I have to wear the glasses all the time just because of that. Because of the infinity set now. And then yeah, like once I've got some sort of solid idea or some sort of world going on, that's when I'll start stripping things back or trying different melodies over different sounds and all sorts of things like that. I have basically just a big presets folder. Like I was saying before, I spend a day just making sounds and finding sounds I like from listening to other music, and then recreating those, which is actually a really great thing I'd recommend, because you learn a lot about how to make things, and you normally don't need to make them the same way they would make something if you're like sort of copying other people's sounds, because I don't know, that sort of gives you a bit more of a unique version of it, and then you just learn a lot from doing stuff like that, honestly. Maybe we can like, sometimes I even like get like a, I don't know, Auto Pitch, which is a free plugin. You should check out Melda if you haven't, and you can just mess with performance. Due to the nature of this vocal, it's already really processed and has like reverb before I even put reverb on it, so it kind of, the performance shifting sounds a bit odd. But yeah. Let me just figure out what key we're in here. Okay, A sharp. Let's bang on this auto tune. A sharp major. And then another thing is you can then just put it in key using the auto tune after, and then pitch these things up and down, and you're just gonna get so much random stuff in key, I suppose. Yeah. And you press Command E, you can slice these things. So yeah, I'll just do this for like hours. It's a bit weird. Yeah, have you guys got any random questions? Any questions at all about this? This is just one of the ways I start making tunes. If I don't start underneath a vocal, then I'll mess around with my Tascam thingy, or just create some random soundscape and then write music underneath that and write chords underneath that. I just find it I find just starting with just chords is a little bit too stressful for me. I like to have something there that gets me in some sort of mood, or something so I don't have to try like crazy hard, you know. How do I make a drop from this? Well, that's a good question, I suppose. I suppose I'd just start structuring something up slightly, and then I'd get some drums like this, get the chords, start messing around with some different patterns, and then maybe change the sounds. Let's try that. So I'm just going to bring up a little serum here. Why am I so hot? I just am. I'm just born hot, do you know what I mean? I remember that Indian summer synth. Okay, let's try it. I don't know. Let's give it a go. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I still kind of use for all the other stuff. I still kind of use that process of just writing chords underneath something really basic instrument, and then I'll start like. So I've got some sort of progression now at least. So let's just loop this thing for a minute. Get the side chain back in there. Bring that hat down a little bit. Right, and you can start. I've just done a dotted rhythm here. But what you can do is you can just start taking out some chords. That'll do for now. And then I want to do that again on the second, so let's do the same. What is it? Cool. Right, this is a little bit more sound designy now, I suppose, if we're gonna go into that. Let's just whack open a serum. Yeah, I've started using serum less recently actually, but I think everyone has serum, so it's a good one to use. I started using a plugin called Diva recently, which is like an analog emulation of a synth. Yeah, like an analog synth emulation, which is really, yeah, it sounds a little bit warmer than these sort of really digital serum-y things and silent and massive, whatever. But yeah, we can do it in serum because I think everyone has that. So I'm just going to bend this. Just put an envelope on the bend, and it's just a modulation that almost bends the sine into like a saw wave type thing, and then just putting a low pass on it as well, just to consolidate that, I suppose. Another thing I sometimes like to do is actually just mess around with this LFO on the bend, so you get other random rhythms. So if I try that as well. So we put that on a dotted maybe, I don't know. Put that on. Get really weird stuff. I also really love the reverb filter, and this is kind of how I came across the rising lead. Let's take this off. Cool. and then you can start getting these chops from before, I suppose. I always love a little bit of vibrato, so Melda again, this is part of the bundle. If you just grab vibrato, and I just like the rate really slow, depth a little bit lower, and just to give it a little bit of wobble, which makes it feel a little bit more human or organic. We can just find some chops from over here.
I like everything about you. I like.
Let's consolidate that vocal and just try this. If you grab the transients, put them right down. Bit of reverb on this. Vibrato. What's wrong with that? What? Come on, man. Put the glide on. Makes it sound cool. Maybe a little pitch bend, go into the matrix. Grab, I don't know, envelope 3. Master tuning. Make sure you set this little thing to that so it doesn't affect the global pitch. Maybe we can get like a little audio effect rack or something. I've just upgraded to the new Ableton, so I don't know what the hell. If I just actually screw this, I'm just gonna. God. Just gonna use this. Actually, let me put that there. Keep that for now. So yeah, reverb automation, or if you don't wanna like automate the reverb parameters manually or whatever, then you can do this. So I'm just gonna grab. So I've just put an audio effect rack down here. I've got a chain. This is the original signal. I'm going to split it into 2, so now there's 2 chains. On the second one, I'm just going to grab Valhalla, let's say Valhalla Shimmer. You can do this with many effects. Portal's a really interesting one. If you've got Portal by output, that's wicked because you can. I don't really like, some of them are really OTT, but bringing them in and just sort of little blips here and there is a really cool thing. So that's Valhalla Shimmer. I'm just going to whack the mix to 100%, bring the feedback up a little bit. LFO tool after. So now everything, I think Sem was showing me a lot of this stuff. Sem is a wicked producer. So like as you can see, like now it's coming, the reverb's only coming through in like portions, and it gives that sort of like sort of sucking sound. So it should sort of suck you into the next chord. Maybe we can just get rid of some of these for now. A lot of the time I like to have the third as the main mono sound, and then all these other notes are spread into the stereo, because it gives more power to this. Yeah. Another cool thing, maybe portals. So just create another chain. Grab something like portal. Yeah, cool. For now, I'm just gonna find a cool preset. I have no idea what this is gonna, if this is gonna be cool or not. Yeah, first change just dry signal. Kind of more of a choppy thing, I suppose, at this point. You could just sort of chop some vocal chops in and stuff. I think for like the stuff I was doing before, where the chords are more like legato or just not as choppy, then yeah, you can have like nice long sort of phrasing. It really depends. Like if you got something like really got to go with the theme of what you're making. So just commit to what the direction it's going rather than trying to adjust. Yeah. So if it's long notes like this, where the notes are kind of, well, it's not anymore because it used to be analog, then the vocal chops can be nice and long and smooth. Where if it's like quite a choppy thing, you might want some little blips of vocal chops coming through. You know, just commit to the direction the track's going, rather than just trying to change it to something it's not. I need to put this compressor on here. Has anyone got any questions, by the way? Any questions? Do you count them? How many years you make music? I don't know. A long time. I was making tunes, I suppose, on my guitar before producing. Just simple melody stuff, really. Do you sidechain a reverb? Yes, of course. How do you know a good one from a great one? Goosebumps, man. If you have like that feeling, then you know. I'm feeling good, bruv. Do you do this kind of thing for different genres? Yeah, I suppose like a lot of these ways are universal. Maybe not like the reverb automation stuff, but the writing way is kind of, I do the same thing when I'm writing with my guitar, keeping it really simple. I suppose when I use a guitar, I actually usually write differently. The musicality, everything's a little bit different. And I write in a piano roll with an analog. It's different. It's sort of different. It usually comes out differently. Yeah. How'd you get over writer's block? I suppose just keep writing. I don't know. I usually say take a break. I don't know, but I find just I usually find like just purposefully making shit music gets rid of the writer's block thing, or just accepting some sort of acceptance sort of thing where you stop worrying too much and just make music and stop worrying about the end product. Just practicing. I think like a lot of people sort of go into making a song, working on a track with the idea that there should be a final product, but I think practicing making music is going into a song and just practicing, and that's a different thing. How do you get to the point where you can just put whatever is in your head into actual chords and music? I don't know. Practice. Ableton 11 is worth the upgrade for sure. Ableton 11 is awesome. I think. I haven't actually used many of the new features yet, to be honest. I've only just downloaded it yesterday. I was worried that Ableton 10 would just upgrade the previous application, but it's nice because it's actually its own application, which is cool. My favourite VSTs, free, Melda, I suppose. Check that out. VSTforfree.com used to be a website I used to use about 6 years ago, where there's just tons of free VSTs. Check that out. They might have renamed it now, I'm not sure. What do you do if you don't know what to make? Just make. Just get my guitar or draw something in here, get around, find some new vocals, which is the annoying thing. A lot of my stuff relies on just having a vocal thing first, and then you're welcome. Have you noticed any CPU issues of Ableton 11? No, but on that note, actually, I think there's a new thing where you can, is it here? Sorry. Oh, you can actually see now, if you click this little C, you can see the CPU usage of every single channel, which is quite nice, because you can sort of figure out what is giving you like problems. How do you get vocal chops? You make them with acapellas. I'm sure one day I'll be at Hamburg again, I hope. That would be incredible. What is your favourite key or scale to write music in? I don't think about it, honestly, I just write. If I start thinking like, oh, it should be in this, I don't know, I just write. And then after I might put like a waves tuner on the master and mess around with different pitches, see what's cool. So you make a good loop and you get stuck. I to be honest find, like, for me, writing the chorus or the drop first is the best thing for me, because I can normally get the verses, and the minimal stuff is quite easy, you know what I mean? You're just writing the same progression into the verses with just more minimal elements. How did you find your sound? just messing around in Ableton and like, I don't know, suppose like replicating sounds I like in the complete wrong way, and you end up with your own sound. I do usually mix everything I do. Well, I always mix everything I do, and then I'll send it to Tim to get it mastered, because he's amazing. How many sunglasses do I own? If you just wait right there. Get the collection out. Got a few pairs here. Yo, what's up? Do you have any tips on how to make a better melody? Practice, sing it in your head. When you're listening to a chord progression, hum in your head. Practice that every day, and then eventually we'll get to the point where just melodies pop in. I think that's it. It's just sometimes they just pop in out of nowhere. After practicing for a while, if you've got a cool progression, hopefully just keep trying different progressions until one pops in. That's what I do. When you create a track you think it's a winner, do you then bounce it down to audio and mix it in a different project? No, I mix it all in the same project, because I might want to tweak a synth or something, and it'd be really annoying if that was a stem. But I do also see that sometimes, the limitations of things. Sort of putting it to audio gives you that sort of checkpoint, and you're like, yeah, I'm limited now. But yeah. Yeah, favourite way of making music textures. I actually really like the Granulator in Ableton. So if you go Max for Live, Granulator, it's free. Go on maxforlive.com. You can download that, and then just finding a song that you like and just running it into it. Let's just run this entire idea into it. See what happens. Just gonna grab a analog. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna find another song. I don't know. This is just really cool. Sometimes I actually like to just run. I'll just resample the entire song. Let's hit master for now. And this is like a cool song with strings. Normally things that don't really have too much, like no percussion or anything like that. Just stuff that's just like strings or cool progressions. I'll record that into. And I just like, yeah, if you've got some songs with just long strings and stuff like that change, then you can just come up with completely random progressions that way as well. So if I just put this in here now, for example, this is really simple, but this is one straight note like that. Spread, spray. I actually really like that progression. What was that? You can get an auto filter, just notch it. and then I could just copy the chords and write a new idea, and then put some vocals on top of that, try different things, and yeah. That's it. That's the vibe. I'm glad you've learned something. That's awesome. I would have to clear the acapella if I want to release this for sure. I just thought it'd be cool as an example to show you guys. What sample packs? I actually tend to sort of, I've got Splice, but I tend to stay away from it, to be honest. I just go through Reddit and Reddit and stuff like that, find really old packs, speak to friends who I got a bunch of musicians in my house who make samples as well, you know, like so it's whatever, like just make my own kicks, my own stuff, or just use really basic things, whatever, like I don't know. But yeah, pull stretch is great for textures. Whoever said that, yeah, I can show you that quick. So we just got this progression. I'm gonna just duplicate it quick, and then I'm gonna just grab this one, freeze, flatten into audio, grab some pull stretch. It's a pull X stretch, my bad. And then actually we want that on a MIDI. Audio, sorry. Open up the plugin. You see that now, pull the time down. Can really stretch it out, and he uses like reverb to sort of join it, merge it together. It's really, really interesting. It's a free plugin, check it out. That's it. That is it. That's like how I start my stuff, I suppose. And come up with stuff. Yeah. I think on that note, I believe some of you actually asked some questions beforehand. I'm gonna just see what we got. Where can I get a pair of those shades? These are the questions that you guys sent on Instagram before, by the way. I'm just going to go through these quickly before I end the stream. You can get these shades if you type in sports. Well, actually not these ones, but the Infinity set ones. Just sports glasses. Amazon, have a look. How many elements for bass track do you make? Sort of went through that. I think we kind of answered all of these, to be honest, going through with the stream already, which is nice. Yeah, we've gone through most of these. Yeah. I believe this stream will be saved, so yeah. On that note, thank you very much everyone for tuning in. I hope you learnt something, or at least had some fun. I love you all and appreciate the support. It always blows my mind, honestly. Really, like, lockdown sucks, but hopefully next year, or maybe, I don't know, sometime soon, I'll see you in real life. Much love. Peace out, everyone.